You break out of your egg blind, naked, and unable to lift your own head. Your parents built this nest out of sticks and reeds on the ground, or low in a tree, depending on where you were born. There are 2 other eggs in this nest. They hatched a few days after you, because your mother laid them a few days apart, on purpose. That gap is going to matter. You don't know that yet. You don't know anything yet. You open your mouth, and your mother puts food directly into it from her own throat. This is why it sucks to be born as a pelican. Skip forward. You are the oldest chick in this nest, and that means something. Food doesn't come evenly. When your parents return from fishing, there isn't always enough for all 3 of you. You are bigger than your siblings because you hatched first, and when the fighting starts over the food that lands in that nest, you win, every time. In some pelican colonies, the 2 younger chicks in a nest don't survive their first 2 weeks. Not because a predator got them, because you did. This isn't cruelty, it's arithmetic. 3 chicks with too little food dying together at low weight loses more than 2 chicks losing 1 and 2 surviving strong. Your parents don't intervene. They keep bringing fish to a nest that decides on its own who eats it. So now that the eldest pelican ate most of the food that the parents brought for all its children, here's what will happen to that pelican. Skip forward. You've grown fast. At 6 weeks, you already weigh close to what you will as an adult, even though you can't fly yet and your feathers aren't in. This is because your parents haven't stopped feeding you and won't for another month. A pelican chick can eat close to 150 pounds of fish before it ever catches one on its own. When the time comes, you leave the nest and join a group of other juveniles your age. This group is called a pod, and it can number in the hundreds. You stay in it. Not because anyone is guarding you, but because pelicans that fish and travel in groups catch more than pelicans that go alone. Nobody taught you this. You just follow. Your first flight is not elegant. Pelicans are one of the heaviest flying birds alive, some species topping 30 pounds. And getting that much weight off the ground takes a running start across water, or a hard push off a ledge. Once you're up, everything changes. Your wingspan is over 9 feet on the largest species. You catch a thermal or a wind current along a wave face and you stop flapping entirely. You can glide for miles this way, riding air pushed up by the water itself, spending almost no energy at all. Researchers have tracked pelicans gliding over 100 miles using this technique without a single wing beat. If you made it this far into the video, consider subscribing for more stories on these amazing creatures. You learn to fish by watching, and the first few times, you fail completely. An adult spots a school of fish from 60 feet up, folds its wings, and drops. You try to copy this. You misjudge the angle, hit the water sideways, and come up empty, stunned, feathers soaked wrong. You try again. On your 3rd dive, your pouch fills with water, and by accident, a fish. So the way that pelicans learn to hunt fish is by observation of the more experienced pelicans, and by practice. But let's talk about the special tool they have to help them catch these fish. Their pouch. That pouch is the reason you exist as a pelican, and not some other kind of bird. It can hold up to 3 gallons of water, 3 times what your stomach can hold. When you dive and open your mouth underwater, the pouch balloons out and traps everything in front of it. Water and fish together. You can't swallow like this. The water has to drain first. You tip your head down, let gravity pull the water back out through the sides of your bill, and only then does the fish go down. This takes seconds, and in those seconds, other birds will try to take what you just caught. Gulls do this constantly. They wait at the surface near feeding pelicans and dive at your head the instant you surface with a full pouch, trying to steal the fish before you can drain the water and swallow. You've lost fish this way more times than you can count. It doesn't stop you from surfacing in the open again next time. There's no other way to eat. These gulls take advantage of your hard work catching food so that they can eat too. However, this is not your biggest problem. This title is for what lies under the sea. Skip forward. You're fishing alone one afternoon in shallow water near shore when a bull shark comes through the same channel chasing the same school of bait fish you are. Sharks and pelicans hunting the same bait balls happens more than people realize, and it is not always fine for the bird. You don't see it until it's already under you. The water moves wrong beneath your feet, and then something hits your legs hard enough to flip you sideways. You get airborne in under 2 seconds, water pouring off your wings, heart slamming. You don't look back. Pelicans that hesitate here don't get a second chance to not hesitate. By some miracle, you survive it. Most of the ones that don't survive encounters like this simply aren't found. No one counts them. The colony doesn't slow down. Here's what you are when everything is working. You can spot a fish from 60 feet in the air through moving water and glare, judge the refraction, and adjust your dive angle in the half second before impact so you hit exactly where the fish actually is, not where it looks like it is. You have air sacs under your skin cushioning your chest so that hitting the water from that height at that speed doesn't break anything. No other diving bird has this. You have a nostril structure sealed shut from birth so you can plunge headfirst into open water without drowning, breathing entirely through your mouth your whole life. Every part of you is built around one motion: fold, drop, hit, fill, drain, swallow. You do this dozens of times a day for years. And still, the thing most likely to end you isn't the shark, isn't the fall, isn't even the gulls. It's a hook. Pelicans and fishing lines cross paths constantly because you're drawn to the exact same bait fish that fishing lines are set for. You dive on a school near a pier and come up with a hook through your pouch, monofilament wrapped around your bill, unable to open it. Wildlife rescue groups pull dozens of pelicans out of this exact situation every single week in coastal areas. Some are found in time, some aren't, and starve slowly with a bill they can no longer use, because a bird that can't open its pouch can't eat, no matter how many fish are in the water in front of it. Enough talking about fish hooks. Let's talk about some extra knowledge about pelicans that I think you will all like to know. Depending on your species, you're either staying local your whole life or you're making a real trip. Brown pelicans on the Pacific coast move seasonally, following warm water and bait fish north and south along hundreds of miles of coastline every year, entire pods traveling together low over the surfline. White pelicans go further inland, migrating over 1,000 miles between nesting lakes and wintering grounds, sometimes crossing mountain ranges at altitude, riding thermals the entire way to avoid flapping across terrain that offers nothing below to land on if something goes wrong. There are 8 species of pelican, and they are found on every continent except Antarctica, which is unusual for a bird this specialized. The Australian pelican has the longest bill of any bird alive, over 18 inches. The brown pelican was nearly wiped out in North America in the 20th century, not by hunting, but by a pesticide called DDT that thinned their eggshells until the eggs cracked under the parents' own weight before hatching. It took a nationwide ban and decades of recovery to bring the population back. They're no longer endangered in the US now, but that recovery is recent, not old news. You can live 15 to 25 years in the wild if nothing goes wrong. The oldest recorded pelican, banded and tracked, reached over 30. That's 30 years of diving from 60 feet, misjudging nothing, draining the water out before swallowing, outrunning sharks that got there before you saw them, and finding your way back to the same stretch of coast every single season because something in you knows to go there. A pelican born today faces the same odds it faced a century ago. Outcompete its siblings for food, survive the first flight off the nest, and learn to fish well enough before its reserves run out. The ones that make it spend the next 2 decades doing one thing with total efficiency, turning a stretch of skin under their beak into one of the most effective fishing tools in the animal kingdom. Comment what other animals you would like to see. See ya.